So what's up YouTube? As you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to compare two very good subwoofers today, and this is a decision I was coming to myself when I wanted to get my first subwoofer, and I'm glad I have the opportunity to try both now that I have them in separate rooms. So actually, before I get into all this, I'm gonna just straight up tell you which one I think is better so that it's not like clickbaity, but the PB-2000 Pro is definitely the better one. I mean, it's a little more expensive, but that doesn't always mean anything, but by the same brand and stuff like that, I'd say the 2000 Pro is better. So yeah, now that that's good, let's go back to rooms. So I'm recording this on a green screen, so I'll put in different shots of the different rooms and other systems while I talk about it afterwards, but let's get into it. So obviously one of the main differences between the two is the size. So just like the size of the subwoofer, one of the biggest differences that you need to look for when you're buying this is room size. So obviously the small one, the 3000 Micro, will be a lot better for small size rooms like the one I have it in right now. It's a lot, well, because you know the 3000 Micro is like an 800 watt subwoofer and the 2000 Pro is like 550 watt. So one noticeable difference, even if they're in the same room, is that the 3000 Micro actually does have a little bit more thump to it. I would say it's in like the 30 to 50 or 60 hertz range, but if you can hear like the drilling bass type of thing, maybe in like Intergalactic by Beastie Boys, or not like too much modern rap, but maybe some old school hip hop, you would get some like thumping like bass drums and stuff like that. A lot of stuff you want oomph, especially at lower volumes, the 3000 Micro actually does really well. And actually, honestly, a little better than the 2000 Pro at the lower sound level. The 2000 Pro definitely bests it once you reach 50% volume or so. I would say it reaches the same amount of sound quality wise when it comes to that frequency range. But you will notice just a little bit more oomph out of the 3000 Micro as long as the room is small enough, just because it has like the dual drivers, dual cones in it, whatever you call them. Actually, maybe it is drivers, but yeah. So other than that, the PB-2000 Pro also has a lot more bass extension. It goes down to 16 hertz, while the 3000 Micro goes down to like 23. The human ear can only hear down to like 20 or so, so I was like, it probably doesn't matter, but once you experience both, it really does. Because even if you can't hear below 20, you will definitely feel it with the room shaking and even just in your chest once it's loud enough feeling it. And I find myself missing a tiny bit of that when I listen to the 3000 Micro, especially with bass heavy songs, or especially in movies. Like you can see the difference between the two rooms. I'm throwing up the living room because it has like more space through the hall and like other space. You can we definitely heard some distortion out of the 3000 Micro when we turned it all the way up, and we were expecting really low frequency extension. But the 3000 Micro did technically sound a little bit more like a musical subwoofer. Honestly, I like them both. If you can get both just to test them out, you might as well. But if it comes down to the decision of you need to choose between one or the other, first let me give you two things to look at: your room size and then what kind of music you're trying to listen to / movies. If you're more into movies than music for this subwoofer, definitely the 2000 Pro. Or if you want like bass heavy music, if you're into hip hop or anything, like Sada Wada or Sada Baby, new rap artists, what was it? Spider, Metro Boomin, and then random other people. 2000 Pro is definitely going to be a lot better. If you're more into old school and then some musical like instrumentals, high frequency stuff you don't really need bass for except for actual instrumental bass, 3000 Micro is probably good enough anyway, no matter the room size. Lastly though, third thing is, if you do have a large room, you're probably just going to get a 2000 Pro or dual 2000 Pros. I'm actually getting another one, so I'll do another review comparing a single 2000 Pro to a dual 2000 Pro setup, but that's about it. I hope this helps you decide between the 2000 Pro, PB-2000 Pro, and the 3000 Micro, because I kind of had to take a little bit of time to get to the decision myself, but all's good that ends good. Peace.